Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen, and in today's video we will be discussing the books I plan on reading in December. I cannot believe it's December already. I'm happy that it's December because I'm so ready for this year to end, but at the same time, like, wow, another year is ending. We're about to head into 2021. I'm not too sure what next year will bring, but overall, I'm excited to just get out of this year and move on into another fresh year. Currently, I have read 53 books this year, which I'm giving myself a pat on the back for because my original goal on Goodreads was 30 books. Like, I really had no faith in myself, but I surpassed that a long time ago. I'm at 53 and I kind of want to get it to 60 by the end of the year. Ended on a whole number, which means that I need to read at least 7 books this month. Hopefully I can do it. Within the past month or two, I've become super busy, so I haven't been reading as much, but I really want to read 7 books this month and I think I can do it. But before we get into these books, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure your notification bell is turned on so that you're notified every time that I upload a video. I am participating in Bookmas this month, so there will be more content going up on my channel this month. Before joining Booktube, I watched Haley and Bookland's Bookmas videos and I got inspired and wanted to give it a try on my channel. There will be more content. I will be participating in a 24-hour readathon and I plan on doing some reading sprints on my channel throughout the month, so get excited. The first book that I plan on reading in December is the book that I'm currently reading, and I do not see myself finishing this book today as it's November 30th, so it will carry on over into December, and that is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the sequel to From Blood and Ash, a book that a lot of people are talking about currently, like in the book world, and a book that I loved. I read From Blood and Ash in November, absolutely loved it, adored it, gave it 5 stars, and I pretty much immediately picked up this book, but this past week has been super busy for me. I haven't had too much energy to read or to film or really do much of anything, so I wasn't able to finish this book in November, but definitely will start off December with finishing this book. I'm currently on page 186, so I'm a good ways into the book and I'm loving it so far. I'm very excited to see where the book goes. Since I haven't finished A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire yet, I think I will finish it up and then do a review on the first 2 books, From Blood and Ash and A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and upload that for you guys in December as well. The next 2 books I plan on reading in December are 2 books that, again, I was supposed to read in November but didn't get to, so they will be rolling over into December. And the books are Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas and A Court of Thorns and Roses, also by Sarah J. Maas. I have read both of these books already. These are both going to be rereads for me, and I will be vlogging my experience rereading them because I read these books prior to me liking to annotate my books, and I really want to go back in, reread them, tab a bunch of stuff that I enjoy about the book, and just re-experience these stories. I read them a few years ago, so I don't remember too much about it. And Sarah J. Maas is always a hot topic on Booktube. People are always talking about her books, whether they like her, whether they don't like her, but they're always talking about her. And sometimes they bring something up and I'm like, shoot, I don't remember what happened. So it just makes sense that I reread these books so that I'm able to participate in these conversations with accurate information. Throne of Glass series follows Selena. She's an assassin. This is pretty much all you need to know about this book. It's about a female assassin and there are love interest. Of course, for Sarah J. Maas, there's always love interest with an S. There's several. So I'm excited to dive back into this world and remember all the ups and downs of the love and the action and the adventure. A Court of Thorns and Roses is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite Disney movie. So I read any and all Beauty and the Beast retellings. I remember loving it when I read it the first time. Really excited to read it again because I don't think I read the final installment in the series. So I need to reread the books anyway so I can remember what happened. And to prepare for the 4th book that is coming out early 2021, there is a read-along happening for this book hosted by Mel from Mel Reads, Deja from Deja Book World, and Molly from Mind of Molly. They are hosting a read-along and we are all reading the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, in December. There will be a live show on December 27th on Mel's channel. So please join if you have any interest in either reading this for the first time or rereading this book as I am. On December 14th, myself, Mel, Jaleesa, Molly, and Christine from Editorial Edge, we are hosting a 24-hour readathon titled A Chaotic Christmas because if you know anything about me and my friends, we always bring the chaos on the live streams in the group chat. So we decided to host a 24-hour readathon, which makes sense. It's the last month, our last push to get to our Goodreads goals and just to get as many books read in the year of 2020. If you want to participate in our 24-hour readathon, please feel free to do so. We will have reading sprints throughout the day, and it's just gonna be a great time. I did take off of work on this day so that I can participate. If you need to do that, start making your accommodations now. I myself have never really participated in a 24-hour readathon. Some of my friends have done 24-hour readathons, and I'll just like read with them, but I'm not actively participating in the 24-hour readathon because I myself cannot stay awake. I need sleep. More than 2 hours of sleep. I need my full at least 6 hours of sleep. So I'm just like, a 24-hour readathon will just not happen for me. But I'm determined to try my very best to stay up as long as I can and read as much as I can in a 24-hour window. And so to do this, I picked a few shorter books on my TBRs in hopes that I can finish at least one of these in a 24-hour period. I'm always an ambitious person. So of course I have 4 books on my TBR. I've never participated in a 24-hour readathon, let alone stayed up all night and read a book or even done schoolwork. I never pulled an all-nighter in college or anything. So I'm really just hoping for the best and hoping that I drink enough coffee or something that'll just keep me going and I'll be energetic and excited to just read books. Of course, we'll be vlogging our experience, so expect a 24-hour readathon vlog on all of our channels. I'm not gonna go too in depth on what these books are going to be about because all that will be included in my 24-hour readathon, but I just wanted to quickly mention the 4 books that I want to read during this 24-hour period so y'all can hold me accountable and to see that if I actually stick with these 4 books or if I change my mind once the readathon starts. But the 4 books that I want to read are Dear Martin by Nick Stone. It's very short, so I have a good feeling that I can finish this book during this time period. The second book that I want to read is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, which is written in verse. Also, I will be listening to the audiobook, so I also feel like I can finish this book within the 24-hour period. Jaleesa bought me this book for my birthday, so thank you again. I also want to get to Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, which again is kind of short. It's less than 350 pages. I opened the book, the font is kind of small, not too much. The margins are kind of thick. So I still have high hopes that I can get to this book and hopefully also finish this book within the 24-hour period. And the 4th book that I'm going to try my very hardest to get to is a middle grade, and that is the first book in the Pages & Co series by Anna James. This was gifted to me by Molly, so thank you, Molly. Also, Cemetery Boys was gifted to me by Molly, so 2 times thank you, Molly. These are the 4 books that I want to get to during the 24-hour readathon. I really think I could do it. It doesn't look like too much page-wise, and again, I'm determined to stay awake as long as I can, read as much as I can. I just think it's gonna be a great time, and I'm excited. Okay, so that was 7 books, and if I get to all 7 of those books, finish them in December, I will make it to my goal of 60 books read in 2020, which will just blow my mind because in 2019, I read a total of 24 books. So to have already surpassed that to 53 and maybe I'll make it to 60 just makes me so happy. But of course, I'm not gonna stop at 7 books. Like what? I'm ambitious, remember? I have 4 other books that I am going to put onto my TBR, but I'm going to need your help and for y'all to tell me which of these 4 books I should prioritize. So if I get through all these 7 books that I've already mentioned and I have time for 1 or 2 more books in December, which ones would you say I should read? Should I read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab? Or maybe I should read Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse? But are we thinking Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo? Or would you guys say Legendborn by Tracy Deonn? Those 4 books, I am excited to read all of them, and I wish I could fit all 4 of them on my TBR and read them in December, but I just know myself, I know my schedule for December, and I really doubt that I'm gonna get to all 4 of those books, which is why I need y'all to tell me what to read so that I don't have to make the decision for myself. I'll give quick synopses of these books just in case you haven't heard of them or you're not sure what the books are about to better help you make my decision. In The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, we are following Addie LaRue, who makes a deal with the devil in order to live forever. But with that comes, of course, the consequence. Everybody that Addie meets, they forget her immediately after she leaves their presence. But a few years later, a guy comes and he remembers Miss Addie LaRue. I hauled this in my last video, my book haul, which you should watch if you haven't already. And I was saying how I've seen this book everywhere in the book world and my interest got piqued. I wasn't originally going to read this book because I have never read a V.E. Schwab book. I own 3 of her books and haven't read them yet. So I wasn't too sure about this, but everybody is talking about it. Everybody loves it. Everybody's crying towards the end of the book. And so I am just so very interested on what is going on in this book, let alone the premise of this book does sound really interesting, like a deal with the devil, nobody remembers you. Like, I would hate to be forgotten. So I want to see like why she took this deal with the devil to live forever. So that's choice number 1. Choice number 2 is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, which I am so excited to read. This is another book that has been highly talked about in the book world. Everybody loves this book. I got comments also on my book haul saying that I should read this book because it's spectacular, pacing is great, everything is great in this book. And so of course that makes me even more happy and even more excited to pick this book up. This is the first book in the Between the Earth and Sky trilogy, and it's inspired by the pre-Columbian civilizations. And it's a fantasy, it's an adult fantasy with politics and magic and a lot of fun stuff that I enjoy reading about in books. So I see no reason why I shouldn't read this book ASAP. But again, it's up to y'all. Should this be a book that I prioritize in December? And also shout out to Mel for buying me this book for my birthday. Choice number 3 is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second book in the Six of Crows duology. I read Six of Crows last year in 2019. And 2020 is basically over and I still haven't picked up the second book. And I loved Six of Crows. There's really no excuse and no explanation why I haven't read Crooked Kingdom yet. So if you think I need to get my life together and just finish out this duology with Crooked Kingdom, then let me know in the comments and tell me to read this book because I will. Six of Crows follows 6 characters who are going on a heist. It's very action-packed, lots of plot twists and things you didn't see coming. I really enjoyed Six of Crows and I know I'm gonna love Crooked Kingdom. Lastly, choice number 4. Do y'all think I should read Legendborn by Tracy Deonn? Because I think I should read Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, but I also think I should read all of the books that I own. So you see my dilemma. But honestly, I'm super excited for this book. Not only did Mel and Jaleesa read it and enjoy the book, but I have seen a couple of booktubers that I love read it recently and love it. So it sparked my interest even more. Naya from Naya Reads and Smile did a reading vlog on this, and Reagan from Bree's Project did a reading vlog on this book. They absolutely adored this book. In this book, we're following Bree, who recently lost her mother in a tragic accident. And she's also a smarty pants. She's a prodigy at 16 going to college. On her very first night on campus, Bree witnesses a magical creature demon attacking some students, but then she sees a bunch of students going down and hunting these creatures down, and these students are a part of a secret society known as Legendborn. This is also a King Arthur retelling. I don't really know too much about King Arthur, but it's a King Arthur retelling, and again, this is just a book that everybody's been talking about. But again, it's not up to me, it's up to y'all. And I just know you guys are gonna pick the best book for me. I'm excited to see what the 1 or 2 books end up being. So these are the 7 books that I plan on getting to in the month of December through a reading vlog, of finishing up Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then the 24-hour readathon, which will put me at 60 books read in 2020, which is the ultimate goal. I think I can do it. I'm excited to see that number and just have my own little celebratory dance party. And then these are the 4 books that I want to read in December. Doubt I get to all of them, so it's up to y'all to tell me of these 4 books what you think I should prioritize in December. And of course, I'll read all of them next year, but just which ones do I need to read before 2020 is over? Again, I'm so excited for this month of December because not only is it the end of the year, but the holiday season is here. We have Christmas, we have New Year's. I have lots of good books to keep me company during the month of December. I, again, am participating in Bookmas, so expect more content on my channel this month, along with some reading sprints dabbled in throughout the month. The 24-hour readathon is going to be on December 14th, so mark that off on your calendars. Take off of work if you need to and get ready for lots of reading and lots of reading sprints and loads of fun. If you like this video, please give it a big like, comment down below, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and make sure your notification bell is turned on so that you're notified every time I upload a video. If you made it to the end of the video, please comment down below a Christmas tree, as it's December and Christmas is approaching. I will see you all in a couple of days with a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!